Well, Danny, Nicky, a very warm welcome to Pompey. It's great to have you here. First of all, how did Mark and the board sell the club to you? How did you sell yourselves to the club?
Well, I don't think Mark or the board needed to sell the club to us. Obviously, it's a club with unbelievable football traditions, a real football city. We feel really proud and privileged to be here. In terms of us, hopefully, through meeting and speaking to them, that they saw two hard-working people that love the game, and for us, we're delighted to be here, and we're really proud to be here. And I think whenever we go to a club, our ambition and our aim is to leave the club in a better place than we found it, and we'll certainly be working every minute of every day to try to make the club better.
People often describe you as a young, up-and-coming manager, but you've got 658 games under your belt, 14 years in management and many years as a team as well. You're practically veterans at this point.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I would be a veteran, but yeah, we like to think that the experience we've had, has helped us, no doubt, and we're really looking forward to this challenge. It's a great opportunity for us. We always like to run towards challenges. We never feel that we want to run away from them, and hopefully the experience that we have had as managers and working with other people and having good relationships with the team and the people off the pitch around the team, I hope that can put us in good stead to have a really strong, positive finish to the season.
There is a bit of an unfair perception out there of you that you like to play with a direct style of play. It's not quite right, is it?
Well, listen, I think sometimes the difference between perception and reality can be quite big. We believe as coaches, we think it's the players' game first and foremost, and we think it's our job to set the players up to have success. That's what we believe. We've worked with different groups, and naturally as a manager you inherit different groups that have different profiles and different attributes, and you have to try to find the best way of playing to be successful. And for us, we have a clear game model, a clear game idea of how we like to play. We like to play fast attacking football. We like to play the game at a really high energy and a high intensity. We like the players to think forward, to run forward and to play forward. And particularly against the ball, we like to be really aggressive and play with a high energy and press high up the pitch. So that's how we like the game to play. Or the game to be played. I think you're always working towards your ideals, aren't you? And that's that's our challenge. Certainly, we've had a good day today with the group. Day one, we're very respectful of the fact that there's a game to be played in less than 24 hours. And what we didn't want to do is fill their mind up too much, because I think if you fill their mind up too much, the players then can't think for themselves, and there's always a balance to find in that. But we've worked hard to have a look at what's been before, and we've hopefully spent some time today just starting to find some ways that we can add to what there is, and slowly but surely, day by day, week by week, we'll keep adding and keep working towards what we believe can be a team that the people of Portsmouth can be proud of, and that's what it is for me. Football clubs, and I've been lucky enough now to manage 4 different clubs, and ultimately they're bricks and mortar. What makes a football club is the people, and the most important people at any football club are the supporters. There's absolutely no doubt about that, and we know how important winning is to them. We think we've got a group here that can win. I look at the squad and think we've got a really, really good squad. I think we've got good players with a good attributes, with a nice balance to the group, and most importantly, having met them today, and as well as that, doing our due diligence, really good people. And normally, when you get good players that are good people as well, then you can have some success and have some fun.
Yeah, and you've really touched on it there. But I suppose crucially, what are the key attributes of a Cowley team, and do you see those attributes in the squad from what you've seen so far?
Yeah, I think for us, like I said, we like to play the game. We like to play the game fast. We like it to be attacking. We like it to be exciting. I look at the squad that we've got, and certainly the quality of players and the attribute and the profile of players suit the way that we want the game to be played. You look at the pace and the athleticism at the top end of the pitch. I think that we can find a really nice balance. how we like to work is just through concepts, really. We have a number of different concepts, both in possession, out of possession, and in the two transitions of the game that we coach towards. And we've, as you've already alluded to, managed for 14 seasons now, so we've got quite a good blueprint of how our teams have been successful in the past. And like I said, if you can marry up the group with the principles of play, then you can get you can get a really nice compatibility, which can lead to hopefully a good look come Saturday.
The two of you have a very close partnership, not just because you're brothers, but because of the way you operate. What are the mechanics between you two? How does it work?
Well, yes, we are brothers. We have a really close relationship. We enjoy working together. You know, we think we've got good chemistry, but ultimately we just consider ourselves as two people that love working, you know, for a football club and being part of the team. And you know, we've had a fantastic day today, meeting, you know, some really, really nice people. Really thoroughly enjoyed working with the players. We're really looking forward to tomorrow. We'll work exceptionally hard. We'll be totally committed to the cause of trying to improve, you know, the football team, for the players here and the people here, but also for the supporters outside. And you know, we love sharing, you know, most evenings, Dan, don't we? Every morning we wake up, really, we're the first thought is football. Normally our last thought is about football as well, and we're just really passionate about the game and want to work hard to try and bring as much success as possible.
Yeah, so with that in mind, obviously you've taken training this morning, you're going straight into a game tomorrow. Is that almost how you prefer things to be, to get straight into it?
I think so. I think there's so many decisions that you have to make. I don't think it's possible for you to just make those decisions on your own. You have to listen to the people around you. You have to be really good at giving other people responsibility and accountability and clear roles. And you know, that's something that we work hard to do because we want to work with others. Yeah, for us, you know, we're thoroughly looking forward to tomorrow. There's been a lot to digest in a short space of time, but you know, we're really intense with our work ethic and want to make sure that we cover every single detail that gives us every opportunity really to be successful tomorrow, and for the players to go out and probably have enough detail around the work we've done today, but enough space for them to be able to think for themselves as well.
And looking forward, 10th in the league, 12 games left. What is the aim? What can happen between now and the end of the season?
Well, I think the first aim is to find a consistent performance. You know, we're always process orientated. It's always about the performance for us, and we know that if we get the performance right, that the outcomes start taking care of themselves. And we've had a good look at what's been before. For us, you know, while that's been helpful, our focus is now on the future. And like you say, with 12 games to go, there's complete clarity, and we know exactly what this squad is capable of. We know exactly what the club wants and desires. We know how important that is to the supporters, and ultimately we'll be working really, really hard to try to get the club to the playoffs. And I think if we can get to the playoffs, then the next challenge will be to try to win a game in the playoffs, and then maybe from there we'll go from there.
A big question that we've been asking ourselves is, how is this squad not reaching the levels that we know it can, especially over the past month or so? Do you have the answer to that, or will it take a little while to figure out?
No, well, I think sometimes, you know, the season's probably been up and down. It's been a difficult moment just recently, and sometimes the players just forget how good of players they are, and sometimes they just need reminding of that. And you know, we've just come in today, we've had a good day, we've tried to light up their eyes, we've tried to give a clear message. Like Nicky's already said, it's important we don't overload them and give them too much. There's a lot of detail in the way that we work, because you know, we've been used to success and we've been used to winning, and we know that the difference between winning and losing is in the fine margin. So it's often in the detail and the minutiae. So it's important that we try to prioritise the bits that we think that can help the team for tomorrow. And that's what we've done today. So the focus has been clear. And next week we'll have a full week of training, which actually comes at a really good time. And that gives us a really good opportunity to then start to build in some of the principles of how we play. Like I said, we like to play transition football. We like the counter-attack is a really important element to us. We like at every opportunity to go forward and attack defences that are disorganised, and likewise because we want the players to play with a freedom in the attacking half, we have to work really, really hard on our counter press. So when we do lose the ball, we have such an aggressive way of winning it back. Because if we can create that counter press as a real weapon, then it actually allows the players to play with more freedom, because then they're not scared of taking risks in the final third. They're not scared of maybe losing possession through trying something, because they know that we're so good at winning the ball back. And we're Portsmouth Football Club. We should all be really, really proud of our heritage and our traditions, and absolutely there's a pressure to play for Portsmouth Football Club, or to be associated with Portsmouth Football Club. But that in itself is a real privilege. I've had 6 months now where I haven't had pressure, and I haven't enjoyed any single day of it. For
Apart
me,
from Kate and the kids.
of course, some family time maybe. But no, I think for me, it's something that we should embrace. Like Nicky said, with our whole lives run towards challenges, and we've always found the bigger the challenge, the bigger the learning, and we're thoroughly looking forward to what lies ahead. And only we control our destiny. Nobody else has that privilege.
And looking ahead to tomorrow, obviously nobody's expecting miracles after such a quick turnaround, but what are you looking for from the players, and what is going to be a successful result for you tomorrow?
I think the first thing you always look for is a commitment, a work ethic, for all of the players to have an understanding and a clarity of their roles and responsibilities within the team. As Danny's already mentioned, we like our football to be played at high pace. We like to defend early. We want to try and win the ball back high up the pitch and then attack again. And ultimately, we want to try and sustain pressure and stay in the opponent's half and be really dominant. And without doubt, that will be our challenges, not only for tomorrow but for the remainder of the season. And
you've touched on it as well, but how important is it to bring the fans in and make sure that they're connected to the club? I know it's something that you were, really pushing for at Lincoln and clearly achieved.
Yeah, for us, the supporters are the most important people at the club, and we always work really, really hard to create a connection, because we're football supporters ourselves and we love the game, and we know how much the football club means to the people. So we also know that winning matches is not a 1 to 11 man job. It requires a lot more than that, and certainly the home form has been difficult here this season, and there's a reason for that, and that reason is because the supporters haven't been here. Now, we would give our right arm to have Fratton Park full up tomorrow, because we know what an influence that would be, but ultimately we can't have that, and we can't use that as an excuse. What we still feel the supporters, even in a very short time that we've been here, we know the influence that they can have, and all that I ask for them is for them to be positive, to stay behind the team, which I know that they will. In life you have two options, don't you? You either see the best in people, or you see the worst in people. I'm a positive person. I always try to see the best in people, and as a consequence, I believe I lead a much more enjoyable existence. But no, for us, the more connection we can have with the supporters, we want to know what they want, because ultimately it's our responsibility to create a team that they can be proud of. And Portsmouth is a really down to earth, humble, hard working area, and I think we want to try to create a team that represents them in a really positive way.
And just finally, I believe you're here until the end of the season, but are you eyeing up a longer stay on the South Coast?
Well, listen, I think many people over the last week have told me how much risk this is for Nicky and I taking a short-term contract, but I only see the opportunity. I only see the challenge. I know that probably there may have been over 200 applicants for this job, and I also know there'd be thousands of Portsmouth supporters that would give their right arm just to be manager of Portsmouth for one game, let alone potentially 12 and hopefully 15. So for us, what the contract does do, it gives us clarity. And I think it gives everybody in the building clarity, all of the focus, all of the energy into this next 12 games. Let's try to add to the levels of performance. Let's try to bring the group together and create some joined up thinking. If we can do that, I know that we have the quality in the building to win some football matches. And if we can find some rhythm and find some fluency in our performance and start winning some games, then I believe we'll be really dangerous to League One in the back end of this season.
It's fantastic to talk to you both, and once again, welcome to the club. It's great to have you here.
Thank you.